Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to do a little bit more recursion problems before we move on. So basically our problem for today is we're going to be given a string, right? And then we want to put in a star, right? So we're going to put in the star in between every 3 characters of the string until we run out. So run out of characters. So first we're going to create a main class. Pretty standard. You guys should be familiar with this syntax. If you're not, it's okay. Now we need to create a static class. And what it's going to return is, it's going to return a string. And for its arguments, it's going to take in a string. We're going to call that string str. So just really quickly, we created a class here that takes in a string. Oops, I named it string. All right, don't name it string. Name it something so you don't get confused. Let's name it superstar. Okay, so our method name is called superstar. Our data type that we're going to be returning is a string. We're going to be doing it recursively. We all use static because we're in the same class. So, and yeah, so our arguments that we're taking in to our parameters is a string. And this data type, that it has to be a string data type. So I explained it well, and it's public too, so anyone can use it. Now, if this was private, I could still use it, but we'll go into that in another vid. So let's start coding. If we want to do it recursively, then we'll say if our string.length, right, the length of our string, and we're going to show it to you guys here. So let's show this. We'll do this. We'll do system.out.println. And because I'm not using Eclipse or anything, I'm just using a text editor. Just using this text editor right here. It won't show if you just call the method, so you have to print it out. We're going to call the method superstar inside of the system.out.println, and inside we're going to have a string. We're just a bunch of random characters. Doesn't even matter. You can just do whatever. You can use scanner if you want. We might do that later on. We'll see. But more or less, we put in a string value here. And now let's finish up with the method. So if our string.length is less than 3, all we want to do is just return the string. And the reason for that is, what we're going to do is the base string, right? It's going to get smaller and smaller every time. So if it's less than 3, let's say it goes up to 39. So 39, this is less than 3 in length, right? Compared to 3. Then I'll just return the string and it'll stop. So otherwise, if we don't even need an if statement because it's going to apply to all of these, right? Except the last 2 or the last 1 or the last 0 if it's perfect. So otherwise we want to return, let's see, our string.substring. How about 0 to 3 plus, we want to put a star, right? So plus this star, and then plus, so we're using recursion, so we have to keep calling the method over and over again. The method's going to keep calling itself superstar, and this time we want to make it small. Remember, we want to make the base string smaller and smaller. So this is recursion. Now we're going to do string.substring 3. Okay. So let's see what this does, if this works or not. Again, if you're using terminal for your programs, this is how you compile a Java program. This is how you run a Java program. So Java C, the name of your file, .java, and then to run it you do just Java application. Okay, so it worked more or less. So you can see here after every 3 characters, right, we have a star, and then so this was perfect. I can check, but yeah, so this was perfectly divisible by 3. Yep. So after the last one, 239, put in a star. Now if I did this, H, right, and then I ran this up again, compile it, run it. Okay, see, there's no star after H because it's less than 3, right? Otherwise, there are stars. So I'll go over again how this worked. Basically, we took in a string and we outputted that string into our terminal window, and our method, it checked if their string.length is less than 3, which this wasn't. This whole thing is not less than 3. We're going to just return the string. So we only do this at the very end with the H here. Or if this H was gone, we did it with nothing, right? Because 0 is less than 3, so we just return nothing. Otherwise, we keep making this get smaller and smaller and smaller. That's like the whole point behind recursion. You have a base case, and then you want to make what you're testing smaller and smaller and smaller. So we tested 0 to 3. Our substring is 1, 2, 3, and does not include the 0, if that makes sense. Plus our star, plus, that's just how the substring works, but plus our star plus, and then we called our method again. When you call a method, then this calls another itself, and it calls itself, and it calls itself, and it calls itself over and over and over again. And it keeps going by 3 times throughout the string. Now, once it's done that, it returns all of the values that showed up, right? It doesn't just return one value, it returns all of them, right? And this is what we get. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions for videos, let me know. This is my second video. If you guys liked it, subscribe. If not, let me know. Hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you.